Good morning, friends. Happy May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, baby. If we were in school right now, I would totally be wearing my taco outfit, which I know not a lot of people have a taco costume, but I do. And I would be wearing it with my sombrero when you came in the room. And I gotta tell you, I'm super bummed that that is not happening. But it is Tuesday, so you could probably talk your parents into doing Taco Tuesday. We're doing it. All the cool kids are doing it. Not that that's a reason to do it, but I'm just saying you could definitely tell your parents that you want to like get a little culture. But really, it's all about getting those tacos. All right, friends. So I loved my message to you yesterday. I thought it was super funny. And it got me thinking about some like just other weird random things. But one of the things I was thinking about yesterday, and I don't know why, because it has nothing to do with farts, but I was thinking about camp, because I was thinking about how a lot of things are probably changing. This summer things are going to look a little different for a while. And one of those things is probably camp. So if you are a kid who loves to go to camp, kudos to you. I hate camp. I've only been to camp one time where I actually loved it. Now, I'm not talking camping. Camping is different. Camping is super fun, and I love camping. We're talking camp. So I want to tell you a little story. So first of all, when I was in fourth grade, I think I was probably just really annoying, maybe, because my parents wanted to get rid of me for the summer or something. I don't know. It actually wasn't for the whole summer, but you know what I'm saying. So my parents decided to send me to this camp, and it was called a health camp. Please. Okay, so first of all, I didn't know anyone there. And if you are a kid who goes to camp in the summer and you're like a regular camp kid, you know that the same kids go every year and become like best friends, so that if like somebody new comes in, guess what? It's super not easy for them because they don't know everybody. They don't know all the inside jokes and stuff. So my parents sent me to this health camp. Well, it was super weird, and I hated it so much. I hated every second of it. The worst part of the camp, though, because I don't have time to tell you all the bad things because there's way too many. But the worst thing was that like it was a camp for like super skinny kids and super chubby kids, which I feel bad saying that, but this is true. And it was designed kind of for that, and I think that's why it was called a health camp. But the worst thing was that in the morning, and I didn't pay attention to it as much at dinner, but I really noticed it in the morning. The skinny kids would get one breakfast, and the chubbier kids would barely get any breakfast at all. So the breakfast that I got, because I was really skinny, was I got to have hot chocolate, Golden Graham cereal with milk, I think like some fruit, and I remember they gave us prune juice, and we had to drink it. They probably were scared we wouldn't be able to poop or something. So they gave us prune juice probably to make us poop. But then, and so it was a lot of food for me. But the other kids, the chubby kids, they only got the grapefruit and the prune juice. So wrong on so many levels. So that was the meanest thing. And we were all sitting together, so it's not like we couldn't see what each other was eating. So that's just horrible. I hated camp. The other thing I hated about camp was the girl that I kind of went with, like my parents, it was their friend's daughter, I guess, and she had gone to this camp forever. She was like nice enough. I think her name was Margot. She was really nice, but her friends were not that nice, and I did not have pierced ears back then. And I know this seems like a leap, like where is she going with this? But at this camp, it was also kind of a religious camp. So we would have this one class where we had to go like hang out with the nuns, and they did this thing one day where I like won something, and I got to pick something out of this little basket. So I picked out of the basket, and everything was wrapped so you couldn't see it. And when I unwrapped it, it was a pair of earrings, and they were so cute. It was a little gold shell with a tiny little pearl in it, but I didn't have pierced ears. So all the other girls started like bullying me about the earrings and how I should give them the earrings because my ears weren't pierced and theirs were. And I was like, no, someday when I'm 18, I'll have pierced ears. FYI, I totally talked my father into letting me get my ears pierced like 2 years later, and I still had those earrings because I didn't give in. But anyway, so that was kind of horrible. Then there was this one girl who was super mean to me, and she was beautiful, and I was very jealous of her, but she was also a total like mean girl. And she was mean to me all the time. But then this one time, she fell asleep on top of her art project and got a googly eye stuck in her ear, and then she had to go to the hospital, and then she went home for the rest of camp. It was the best best. Okay. I mean, she was okay and everything. I mean, I wasn't celebrating her ear demise, but I was secretly thrilled when it happened. So yeah, so I didn't love camp at all. Camp kind of stunk. So if I was a kid and I was coming up on this really strange summer that we're probably going to have, I'd be kind of glad that like I couldn't go to camp because I was not a camp fan. But later on in 5th grade, my school did this amazing thing called ecology camp, and all of the teachers and the kids would go to ecology camp. And we would spend the whole week together. And I grew up in a really small town, so everyone knew everyone else. And it was amazing. And my teachers were incredible. And we learned all kinds of cool things outside. We learned how to identify trees. We learned edible plants. We learned about animals. We were canoeing. We were swimming. We were playing kickball. And it was all with my friends. And it was like the best week of my life. And all of my teachers at Portville, I am so grateful for ecology camp. You guys are the best. And they're still doing it to this day, friends. They're even like trying to figure out a way to do it this year somehow for the kids because they don't want any of those kids to miss out. So ecology camp, I would totally do again. But health camp with the Mean Girls and the prune juice, no thank you. So yeah, so that's my story for today is about camp. So if you've ever been to camp, I am super curious about it. Oh, I got one more quick story. When Mr. Elkin was a kid, he went to this gymnastics camp and he and his friend got the bright idea of shaving their heads into mohawks. So they shaved their hair really short and then cut it like all the way down. But he wasn't thinking about like the potential problems of this haircut. And his head got super duper sunburned, like really, really bad. And then he had to wear a hood for like most of the rest of the summer. So that was a really bad camp experience too, but it was all his fault kind of. So, I mean, I feel sorry for him now and stuff, but I mean, Anyway, okay, so have an awesome Tuesday. If you have any camp experiences, I would love, love, love for you to write them today. That would be super fun. Or if you've ever been a kid who really wanted to go to camp, I mean, it seems a little like, whoa, cool, because I never wanted to go to camp. So I'm kind of curious about what you love or what you want to do with camp. Like, it sounds kind of cool. Okay, well, I'm off for the day. I will hopefully see some of you today at the Skype meeting at 10:30. I'm going to try to get on there. I know I have a meeting today, but I can't remember when it is. Of course, I can't remember when it is. All right, love you guys. Happy Tuesday. Cinco de Mayo, Taco Tuesday. Talk your parents into it. I bet they'll say yes. Maybe. Love you. Bye.